Hey there, Aquarius. Welcome back to the channel. Cat Star here with your mid-February 2022 reading. As a reminder, my readings are for entertainment and are general in nature. They may or may not resonate for everybody, so please do take what is for you and leave what isn't. For those of you liking and sharing the videos, thank you so much. It does help others to be able to see these messages that might not otherwise. And whether you are a new or returning viewer, thank you so much for being here. I appreciate each and every one of you so much, and I love sharing energy with you. Let's see what is going on for the rest of February for you. Gorgeous. What else? Oh, jumping cards as always. Let's go ahead and get that one. Oh my goodness, they all just like to jump, don't they? Oh, the Lovers right there in the middle. Oh, the Tower. The Lovers, then the Tower. Alrighty. Let's get a couple more. Two more. Okay. Gorgeous. I do trust that you all had the most amazing Valentine's Day. All right. Starting off the reading here with the Nine of Pentacles, the Empress, and the Two of Swords. So some of you have really been in a state of kind of luxury with that Nine of Pentacles. This is really just being independent. You've really been doing a lot of things on your own. Potentially, some of you have really been kind of creative during this time, and that creative pursuit is something that you have really been kind of doing in silence or in the background and not really letting anybody know. This could be kind of a new business venture. It could be working with, this idea of planting the seeds for something new and beautiful within your life. You've been doing this on your own, and you're really open to receiving and personal achievement during this later half of February. This is gorgeous energy. Now with that Two of Swords coming in there, also you're just really kind of doing this by yourself. You're kind of, for some of you, it's coming through that you might actually be at a crossroads, but you are building in silence, doing in silence, being very independent, very much on your own during this time with this pursuit. Again, for some of you, it's coming through that this may actually have to do with a new creation that you're doing. For some, art is coming through, but creativity in all different ways, very much on your own doing this, very much independent within this, and not really sharing it with others, working in silence and doing things in the background that you are really excited about, and excited for that completion to share it with the world and potentially bring some abundance, right, to you through this creative endeavor. So that is really gorgeous energy. You also have here the Sun, the Lovers, and the Tower coming in here, and that Sun is all about that actual creative pursuit, that beautiful vibrant energy, that brightness that you are bringing in to the world through this creative endeavor. It's also going to be very abundant. With the Lovers, it's coming in as there's a choice whether to continue to move in silence, which it's being indicated potentially yes, or to bring this to the world before it's fully seeded. And the Tower is coming in kind of letting you know that that change or that choice may not be beneficial in the way that you're thinking. When we bring attention to things that we are doing in the background, things that we are doing are moving in silence, right? Doing in silence independently on our own. It can sometimes bring out these negative Nancy's or the naysayers who potentially are too scared to do things themselves, right? Or too scared to put themselves out there, too scared to get out of the comfort zone. And that tower is coming in to remind you that those people may come out of the woodwork and may actually kind of bring this idea to you that this may not be such a beautiful endeavor, or as beautiful of an endeavor, right, with that sun as you had initially thought. Those ideas or thoughts are not beneficial to you during this time. So Spirit is saying, continue to work in silence, continue to move in silence, continue to do, to birth, to create what it is that you are creating during this time, Aquarius, in silence. Do it and bring it to the world once it is complete, without having those people, those little voices, right? The negative voices, or the voices that are fearful voices, without having those in your head and kind of maybe bringing about this space or this place that is not in your highest benefit of this time. Of course, you do have that choice with that Lovers, right? You do have that choice. Yet Spirit is indicating to continue to work in silence, Aquarius, if this resonates with you, and to birth that, receive that, bring that into the world without all those potentially harsh voices or fearful voices being added to the mix, so that you can be your most creative and most adventurous during this time. It is a beautiful, beautiful space for you to tune into that independence, to that growing, to that creating, to that abundance that you are ultimately creating as well, and doing it in silence, okay? You also have the Page of Cups, the 10 of Wands, and the Ace of Wands. So the Page of Cups is really asking you within this imagery here to notice what is right in front of you. Stay focused on what it is that you are doing and on what it is that you are creating. You are creating this beautiful and creating and or birthing this beautiful thing into the world during this time, this almost kind of guided thing. And Spirit is really indicating here with the Page of Wands the Page of Cups, to stay in your lane and continue to just focus wholly on that in silence, to continue working in silence. For those of you, again, that resonates with, this is going to actually bring about that sprouting of those seeds that you have planted, and a beautiful surprise coming in within that, which is being indicated that it is going to actually work out better than you could have ever even imagined. This is almost like a magical kind of popping up within the fish coming out of the cup. It's the fish shouldn't be in that cup, right? And the idea around that is that you're working in silence and not telling anybody is bringing this birthing, actually, is what's coming through, this beautiful, beautiful creation that you are in the midst of. And within doing it in silence, within continuing to move, brings that higher level kind of magic in the fact that you are able to stay focused with that, okay? Now that 10 of Wands is coming in as a reminder, again, that this is like super, super specific. So obviously it may not resonate for everybody. Everybody may not be birthing something and working in silence, but that 10 of Wands is coming in as a reminder that within speaking regarding this, or kind of putting it out there too soon, Aquarius, that there may be that burden of fearful ideas, fearful thoughts, fearful words, and or that idea of the negative Nancy's coming in that might actually put a hole in your parachute in one way or another, or deflate you and your idea, your creation, in one way or another. And Spirit is indicating that that is not going to be your best move during this time, Aquarius. The best move is to continue working in silence, to continue and allow for that successful outcome to come through without having all of that extra potential burden of the outside world currently. And the outside world is really more so your kind of environment that is directly around you that may think that, or say, or have fearful thoughts, or have fearful words, ideas for you in putting yourself out there. Spirit is indicating, Aquarius, that you have that choice, that working in silence and putting yourself out there in this beautiful new creative way and birthing this into reality is actually bringing you to that Ace of Wands. And that is literally that, the birthing of something new. This is really just, you're in this point right now where you can, again, manifest anything, and working in silence, moving in silence, not telling everybody what you're doing, but doing it behind the scenes during this time, of course, with the support of Spirit, and sometimes maybe just telling one person if that resonates with you. But Spirit is indicating that working in silence and not having that burden and allowing that surprise factor to come in, where also you are just kind of announcing it to the world, and it's this beautiful, beautiful thing, right, is what is going to be the most beneficial for you during this time, Aquarius. So that is gorgeous. Let's go ahead and get a focus point. I know that we do have that with a Page of Cups, that continuing to focus on working in silence. But let's see what else. Joy. You delight in the love of life and bring a spirit of fun to all that you do. Let's go ahead and get one more. So focus on your joy, and the joy that you know that what it is that you are birthing is going to bring into the world. And virtue. You acknowledge your loving spiritual attributes that encourage others to grow. Okay, let's get one more. Let's get 3 kind of focus points here for you. And unity. You understand that the love shared with another is amplified and has ripple effects across the universe. So those are beautiful things. So focusing on joy, focusing on virtue, focusing on unity in all areas, potentially, Aquarius, except for this one where you're actually focusing on that individuality with that 9 of Pentacles here, focusing on your own individuality, on what lights you up, right, with the sun, what is working beautifully for you, and on that magic that you are bringing into the world. It does create a lot of joy, and within that process of that birthing, planting the seed and letting that seed kind of really take root, right, in working in silence, that joy is actually coming through you. There are times where that can feel lonely, Aquarius, and Spirit is indicating that you are creating something that is so beautiful, that is so full of joy, and will bring so much joy to others, and to continue to focus on that joy that you are actually creating during this time, and continue to work in silence. Also, it is going to, your creation, what you are birthing right now, is actually going to be bringing unity to others through whatever it is that you are doing, and that is important, and that staying on task, staying focused is also, and not burdened, right, with other people's thoughts, opinions within your environment during this time, is actually bringing that virtue to you, because it encourages others, right? Even though you're working in silence, once you kind of unleash this into the world, that virtue is going to encourage others, those potential naysayers or those potential fearful people, to maybe be open themselves to kind of getting out of comfort zones, to kind of allowing, themselves to actually take the steps and do whatever it is that they have been kind of putting on the back burner and haven't been doing out of worry and fear. All right. Beautiful, beautiful, Aquarius. I do intend this resonated with you and for you. If it did, please do hit that like button and share this video. It does help others to see this message that might not otherwise. Also hit that subscribe button and the bell icon, as well as checking that all notifications box so you're notified every time I upload new readings. Please also do be sure to be watching the collective weekly readings, and there's going to be the collective February mid-month reading that'll probably be coming on the channel tomorrow, and all the timeless readings that they do have beautiful messages and insights for each and every one of us. As always, I do wish you lots of hope, lots of joy, and lots of love with all of your current and future endeavors. I'll see you in the next reading.